Hey, what's up guys, Contra here, and today I got a video for you guys on a new update for Counter-Strike. So, I woke up at 5, if I'm being honest today. I had no school, and I just finished exams, so I was catching up on a bit of lost sleep, and my friend just told me that CSGO had an update, so I checked it out, and basically, this is what the update is. I haven't really read this yet, but from my understanding, they're taking out Dust 2 from the active duty map pool, so for like all the upcoming tournaments and stuff like that, you're not gonna be able to really like you play it as a map, and then they're replacing it with the new Inferno. And usually, what this has meant the last two times that they've taken a map out of active duty and put into the reserves group, both times it's meant that they've remade it. So the first example being Nuke, they took it out of active duty because it's pretty broken and it's like way too CT sided, and then they remade it into the new Nuke, which personally I don't really like. But they also did it with Inferno, and they made the new Inferno, which I don't really enjoy playing it all that much. My favorite map is Dust 2, just because I really like the basic layout of it, and I find it pretty easy to play on both sides. Um, but they remade Inferno, and that one was actually pretty good. Like, it wasn't as bad as a new Nuke, and so this probably means that they're gonna remake Dust 2. And personally, I don't know what exactly they're gonna do to it. Hopefully, nothing too drastic, just because in my opinion, I don't think Dust 2 is all that broken. I think it's a pretty balanced map. I think it's a pretty good layout. Like, it has like a lot of fame for being like having a really good kind of map layout. It's probably one of the best like maps in any like FPS game, just because it's like the layout is pretty simple and pretty symmetrical. Um, and it's nothing like too hard to play on like one side rather than the other. So, like I said, it's pretty balanced. But I'll just kind of read through it quickly. So it says, in the wake of the E-League Major, congratulations to Astralis. We're making a change to the map pool. Inferno has returned to active duty, replacing Dust 2, and will be returned at the next CSGO Major. As in the past, the updated active duty pool is automatically selected when you enter matchmaking. And in the casual and deathmatch game modes, it's now a bit easier to play your favorite maps. Map groups have been separated into additional categories: active duty, hostage, reserves, and Dust 2. So so I guess when you're playing like death matches now, or casual, you're gonna have the choice of playing only hostage maps. So it's gonna be stuff like militia, office, assault, and Italy. So that's pretty good for those people who want to play like only the hostage maps from the reserve groups. And then there's also gonna be just the regular reserves groups, which is just looks like it's only Aztec, Inferno, Aztec, Vertigo, Dust, and Dust 2. So actually, it looks like Dust 2 is its own freaking map. Like from this picture, it looks like it's its own choice. Yeah, so it's guys. I guess it's gonna be kind of like if any of you guys play Black Ops 2, it's gonna be like Nuke 2020, like Nuke 24/7 basically. So it's like it's only gonna be Dust 2, because like Dust 2 is basically like CS:GO's version of Nuke, where it's like the infamous map everybody knows and likes. Well, not everybody likes it, but you know what I mean. It's something that like almost everybody's played at least once. Whereas like certain maps, even in the active duty pool, some people just never play them like ever. Uh, but in terms like my kind of opinion on this, I think it's gonna be good just to kind of see a map as famous as this to kind of get like a new spin on it. Just because I do think that although I'm not really a big fan of the new Nuke, and although I don't really play New Inferno that much, I think the maps definitely look very good, like visually and like aesthetically. I think they're very like very appealing to the eye. Um, so I think it'd be kind of nice to see Dust 2 kind of get like a graphics update in a way. Uh, and it's come a long way. If you ever look at like the really old versions from like 1.6 and Source of like Dust 2, like it's come a long way since then. So it's nice to see it like just look even nicer than it currently does. I just hope that they don't change the map layout too much, and I hope they don't make any changes that makes it like way too unbalanced. Because currently I think there's like a fair balance. If anything, I'd say the map is like maybe a bit more CT sided, because there's been games where I've like lost just because the other team has been really good at CT side, and they just hold every angle of the map. Because like the whole kind of Dusty's claim to fame is its map layout and how kind of open it is. It's not like certain maps where everything's kind of closed off into like Inferno, where everything's kind of close quarters and closed off. Dusty's known for being very open. So hopefully, maybe if anything, we'll just make it even more balanced than it currently is, I guess. Uh, but yeah, it's just gonna be nice to kind of see it look a little nicer than it currently does. And probably, like, my guess is probably gonna be done in a couple months, just because it took them Inferno and Nuke like a few months to, well, it took Nuke a very long time to remake, but it took Inferno like maybe like 3 or 4 months to like actually have like a finished new map done since they took it out. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm just kind of rambling at this point. My guess is that's just gonna take probably a few more months for them to actually have a like rough version of the new Dust 2 out, and then they're probably gonna do a similar thing that they did with Nuke, where they're gonna have a beta update that you can download and you can just play the map offline or with friends in like a private lobby who also have the beta, and then maybe like a week after that they'll release it. After like it's been like tested for bugs and stuff, they'll make like a final version of it and then they'll release it to the public like they did with Inferno. Definitely tell me your opinion on this. I'm sorry I kind of took a little long and I've been kind of rambling over and over, kind of repeating myself, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, bye.